Hey guys, I have one last Halloween nail tutorial for you guys today. It's this black and white design, and I did it for my Essie Club collab. Start off with a good base coat. I'm using CND Sticky Base. I'm also using Essie Licorice and Essie Blanc for this design. I painted 2 coats of Essie Licorice on my thumb and pinky and 2 coats of white on the rest of my fingers and let that dry. I also did a layer of top coat on all the white polish because the designs I'm going to be doing for those, it's best to do that beforehand. And I've already gone ahead and done the white polka dots on my pinky finger, and then I'm going to be using these nail art brushes from Winstonia, and I'm going to get started on my spider webs, which I'll be doing on my ring finger. Now these take the most time out of anything that I did, and I'm going to go ahead and make a crisscross and then another line through there as well. So you want to start out with this star shape up in one corner, and then you're going to be doing the waves in between each one from there. So you just want to go down and up in between each one, and then just continue that all the way up to the top. And it's okay if you get some of the lines thinner or thicker than you want. You can always go back and repaint, or you can go back and clean that up, and I'll show you how to do that later on. So I'll just put this on fast speed and let you guys watch this for a minute because there's not much else to say about it. Now there are some areas that are a little too thick, so you want to soak a Q-tip in some water for about 10 seconds, and then you can go by and scrape on those areas that are too thick. Now this is why I did the top coat and then made sure it's completely dry, because that allows you to scrape this off without scraping the polish off underneath. And then I'm going to add the edge of a spider web on this side of the nail and also one at the base, just to make it a little more balanced. And I'm finished with that. I'll do some cleanup and let that dry, and then I'm using these What's Up Nails Skinny Straight stickers to do my stripes on my middle finger. And I just placed 4 of those stickers evenly across the length of my nail. Make sure they're all lined up and pressed down really good. And then I'm going to come in with my Essie Licorice and paint that, and then immediately take them off with some tweezers. And I'm finished with that one, and I'm going to move on to the bats. So I'm going to use this dotting tool, and I want to keep these bats in a consistent pattern, so I just did 3 dots staggered on my nail, and then I'm going to come in and draw lines going up in a V on each one, and then smaller lines the other direction on both ends of each wing. Oh, and I need to mention that I'm using acrylic paints for this. They're a lot easier to use for designs like this because they don't dry as fast as nail polish does. And sometimes it's easier to paint with your fingers pointed towards you like this, and I had to flip my hand over just to get a better look at what I was doing because these were upside down when I was painting them first. So you just want to do these squiggly lines on the bottom and then fill that in, and then do little ears on each bat, and then I'll come back so you can see it a little closer and see the final details that I make on each bat. I decided that I wanted the bats' bellies to be a little bigger, so I came back in with my dotting tool and did that. And now I'm going to just add one down here at the base just to keep the patterns consistent, just the wing of a bat. And then I'm going to add these final details, which I think make the bats look really awesome. It's just to elongate these edges and make them come down a little more pointed. Whew, and that's it for the bats. Those take a little bit of patience and time. Sometimes it helps to paint out on a paper plate the bat so you can get a better idea of how you want to do it on your nail, and I did that a few times. Okay, so moving on to the thumb, I did these little skeleton heads, so I did staggered polka dots on my nail. These are larger than the ones that I did on my pinky finger, about twice as large. And then I'm going to come in with my dotting tool and just make 3 little lines going down to make the upper jaw of the skeleton, and then I'm going to come in with that Essie Licorice and do 2 little dots for the eyes and then 2 little slanted dots for the nose. And you just want to do that to each one. And once you're finished and made sure that everything's completely dry, come in with your favorite fast dry top coat. I'm using HK Girl by Glisten and Glow, and paint that on, and that's your final look. I hope you guys like this. This one is a little more detailed and a little more tricky. Your left hand can be a little tricky too. Sometimes you can paint this on a silicone mat and take it off and then apply it on your nail, and that makes it easier. I'm going to do some tutorials with that later. So anyway, give me a thumbs up if you like this, and we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.